We're talking to Maxine Davies, partner at Addleshaw, Goddard. Hi, Maxine.
Hi.
We're at the National Law Careers Conference today, and you've been talking in your panel session a lot about the law firm as a business. Commercial awareness is a term which is bandied around a lot, and rightly so, but it does confuse some students as to what that actually means. What's your take on it as a commercial partner?
Well, I think it's right to say, Josh, that it is something very, very difficult and challenging for a lot of people to demonstrate at the outset of their legal career. I think the important things to take away from the panel discussion that we had this morning on commercial awareness is that actually it's about what you've learned from the experiences you've had and how you can convey that to the business that you're looking to get into. So as Giles gave an example, even if you've been doing something that you might see as totally unrelated to a career in law, you might have been, I don't know, working in a supermarket or working in some sort of other job outside of your degree, working in a pub, whatever. You've still been doing something where you're actually having to understand delivering a product to a client and meeting the needs, time issues, price issues, understanding what it is that person wants. So I think just using the experiences that you've got to show that you understand and empathise with the end user of the legal services.
So it's really great that, as you mentioned, wider work experiences that aren't necessarily with law firms can be very beneficial in terms of teaching, someone about how the world of business works. How does that stack up in importance when you're hiring in comparison to vacation schemes? Is it still pretty important to get legal work experience as well?
I think it is, if nothing else, just so that candidates can actually get an understanding of how a law firm works as well. I mean, I think what's important to remember, and sometimes gets overlooked, is that actually it's us trying to sell ourselves as well. We need to make sure that the person coming to us is the right fit as well. We need to make sure that we're what they want out of an employer, out of an environment, the sorts of clients we have and that sort of thing. And I do think there's no getting away from the fact that placements are a great way of doing that, and legal experience is a great way of getting to know the business that we're in. Having said that, what I would say is that people shouldn't feel discouraged or disheartened if they haven't got that experience. I think what came out of both of the opening keynote speakers' talk this morning, Andrew, and the panel discussion, is that there's a greater recognition these days that people are coming in second careers. Later on they might have studied one, obviously non-law degrees have often been fairly popular historically, but people are coming in with different routes, and we're actually gaining great benefit from the experience that those people bring. So I think people shouldn't feel disheartened if they're coming not necessarily with straight law, LPC, back scheme, legal placement, whatever, and then into a training contract, because the non-orthodox routes are just as valuable.
Sound advice, and it's great to hear that diverse academic and experienced backgrounds are all welcome in the profession these days. Maxine, thanks very much for talking to us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks very much for having me.